We are live. I'm late. Sorry I'm late, man. I was up on the roof messing with my gutters, and my girl came out and said, "Hey, you doing that live?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I am late." So I had to run in here and try to get all my links all squared away and stuff. Hope everybody's having a great Halloween. We're going to give away one of these tonight. These, I think they're 900 looms, I think. Really nice light. So at the end of the live tonight, we're going to have a random drawing, and everyone has a chance to win one of these. Within the United States only, though. I can't afford international shipping. So at the end of the live tonight, we're just going to spin the wheel, and then whoever's here at the end of the live, somebody's going to win one of these and have it sent to their house. We gave one of these away last week, and if you've never been here before, what we do is we do on Friday nights, we do like trivia, automotive trivia. And then at the end of the trivia, we'll spin the wheel and we'll give away one of these. And then at the end, after we're done with that, we can just hang out and talk about hot rods, whatever you guys want to do. Anyway, we'll just wait a little bit and wait until we get a few people coming into the room. Sometimes it takes a little bit. We'll wait probably about 10 minutes. What have you guys been up to? As you're coming in, if you would, post down there where you're from or what you drive. You're into hot rods, motorcycles. And I'm going to repeat myself a few times as people are coming in. We're giving away one of these headlamps tonight. Here, I'll put it on. That way people will know what we're giving away. Actually, pretty nice light. Motor, what's up, brother? Sorry I'm late. I was up on the roof, and my girl came out there and said, "Hey, aren't you doing a live tonight?" I was like, "Oh my goodness, yeah, I am. I got to get my butt off this roof." Thought I'd put this on. People know what they're going to win tonight. We ain't. What are you up to, man? What'd you do today? We'll get going here shortly. I got some kind of fun questions tonight. Not so hard automotive stuff. That way everybody can kind of guess at some of the questions. Man, I was busy today. We went out and did some sailing, looking for tools and stuff. I didn't get any great tools, but I found a good bargain on something. I got a good deal on. So anyway, it was warm today here. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. Hey, Garden Party. Welcome to live. Natalie Hopkins. Hey, stick around. See this light on top of my head? At the end of the night, somebody's going to win this. Free of charge. Within the United States, we're going to spin the wheel, and somebody's going to win one of these at the end of the live tonight. Do you know John Park? No, I do not. Welcome, everybody, to the live. We're going to have some automotive trivia tonight. I'm Go Big. I've been a mechanic for 40 years. I teach automotive here once in a while on the lives. We'll talk about our schedule tonight so you guys are clear on what we're doing. Skywalker for Halloween. We didn't do nothing for Halloween tonight. We was thinking about going to this out, but we just said no, man. We just kicked it at the house. I used to do a Halloween because I know a lot about electrical, and so I used to do a big old driveway at my house. And I hooked up controls with air solenoids and everything on it, and had these monsters where heads would go up and down, and the witch would come out, and lights and air controls. And I used to take like a week off work just to get ready for Halloween. It was crazy. Hey, Motorin, thanks for reminding everybody to do that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We have a good time here. We've got a good crew here. We have a pretty good time hanging out here together. And so for the schedule's going to now be, and I'm going to have a solid schedule now. No jumping around or nothing. We're going to know exactly what we're doing. Tuesday nights, we're going to do Tinkering Tuesdays. Everybody can share their projects and talk about their projects. And then on Fridays, we'll just keep doing the trivia and giving a tool away. And then if you see me early in the morning, like 3 in the morning, West Coast time, I'm just on in the morning having coffee, shooting a bull with you guys in case somebody needs help with something. What's up, Go Big? Hey, Will, how you doing, brother? How's everything going? Happy Halloween to you. I was going to dress up, and I thought, what would I dress up at? I could be a mechanic. Dress up as an auto mechanic, put a little red rag hanging out of my pocket. Lee Harris, good evening. Welcome to the live. Yeah, man, I was up on the roof tonight. I've been messing. Man, I tell you what, if you ever have anybody do any work to your house, you better pay attention to what they're doing. I got up there, I couldn't believe how poorly the gutters were installed. So I had to get up there and do a bunch of work on the gutters, but I got them up. They're looking good. Hey, thanks for everybody for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. And we'll get going on the live. I got some tools to show you. If you have, after we do live, you guys want to stick around. Hey, Wilt, Papa Smurf. I used to have a friend of mine. I used to call that all the time. I used to call him Papa Smurf. He got mad one time for calling him that. He said, I ain't Papa Smurf. I was like, man, relax. It's just a joke. So we got some, what I have up on the, I'll talk about these lights. Let me talk. I know you guys have seen these lights before, but let me just flash them out here. So everybody that's here, if you stick around to the end, we're going to give away this headlamp. These are like $52 on Amazon, but I got a good deal on them, so I bought 3 of them. Anyway, I'm going to show you these lights real quick, and we'll start doing the trivia, because I know you guys want to get to the spinning of the wheel and see who's going to win. I know I've showed some of you guys these already. I'm going to show them to death, because I tell you what, man, these are a good deal. I'm not just throwing these at you to sell them to you. These Yigo lights, they're LEDs. 7" by 3, all aluminum house, aluminum fins. You can get a set of them with the harness for $35. They're killer lights. I'm not kidding you, man. I'm going to buy me a couple more of these. No, it's not glued on, man. It's real. It's totally real. It's the real deal, dude. Took me 61 years to grow this sucker. So anyway, if you guys are looking into some LED lightings, man, check these out. There's a link. I dropped the link. I'll drop it again. Hopefully it's the right link. Man, I was in a hurry tonight. I mean, I was scrambling here trying to get this done. I just bought a new headlamp for working on my radio-controlled trucks. These are pretty nice, man. What I liked about them is they have like the front light. You can go right, left, or you can turn them both on. And then the other side is like side lighting, and it's dim lighting. It's not like super bright lighting. So it's not bad. And then it'll give you the green or the red or the green. So I'm not sure what the red and green is all about. I think it's for like walking around at night outside or something. I don't know. The lights. Yeah. So these, anyway, these Yigos, man, if you're looking into doing some LED lighting, you can get a set of 4 for like $50, but you stack them end to end and you get like 28 inches of light bar. So if you have a 4-wheel drive or something, they're great. If you have a little like a 3-wheeler or something, they work great. Snowmobiles, all that, 480 watts. They're just I was impressed by them because they're all aluminum houses. I've done automotive lighting, emergency lighting for like 20 years, so I know a lot about lighting. And I bought these just to see if they were good and they're good quality to bring to you guys. And tell you what, man, they're really good quality. They're all aluminum house. They have stainless. They have a really nice mount on them. So they mount like this, so you can rotate them, one single stud to mount them. But what's cool about them is they came with full stainless steel hardware. All the hardware is stainless steel, which is kind of rare. Usually don't see like stainless steel hardware. And for like, you can get a set of just the modules for like $25 for a set. They're like $12 a piece. They're just great. Anyway, okay, no, enough with the lights. Let's get going with the, I want to make sure I got, what am I missing here? I want to make sure all my stuff's hooked up. Sorry. Put one on the mini bike. I'm going to, man. You know what I'm going to do with the mini bike? I'm going to put 2 on it. Go big or go home, baby. So I got enough room on the mini bike that I can turn them side to side like this. And I'm going to mount 2 on it like that. And it's going to look like an aircraft carrier coming down the road. I thought it'd be just a good safety item because you can turn these on during the day and then you could really see the mini bike, you know. It's going to be a young kid riding this and I don't want to get run over. So anyway, I am going to do that though. That's my plan. But I'm thinking about buying another set because they're such a good deal, man. $35 for a set of 2 with the harness, comes with the switch and everything you need to wire it. So for $35, it's not bad. It's a good deal. All right, man. Let's get going on the trivia. I got some different questions tonight. So I hope I know the answer to this one. I think I do. We'll find out how smart I am. I might have to look that one up because I'm kind of drawing a blank. Okay, here we go. We'll start on the questions, huh? Give me some guesses too. You guys can guess on these because it doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong. It'd be great to get the answer right. But at the end of the live, we're just going to spin, and whoever's here at the end of the live is going to have a chance to win this. So, and as the live goes on, if you guys would share the live, like the live, and if you don't understand how to like the live, I'm going to show you because I didn't know. Like on your phone. Mine says something went wrong. How come? Okay, there it is. I don't know. I lost the live somehow. I don't know what happened. Anyway, on your phone, on the upper right-hand side, there's 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, you can like the live and you can see the description as well. Double click on your phone screen to add a thumbs up. Hey, thanks for saying that, Lee Harris. Appreciate that, brother, 100%. So anyway, I think we'll get going. I'm sorry I'm late. I hope I didn't miss a bunch of the crew because I was supposed to go on at 7. I was going to try to go early, but we're going to have a regular schedule coming. So Tuesdays and Fridays, we're going to do the lives, and I'm thinking about at about 5 o'clock. That way we can get both the East Coast and West Coast involved at the same time. And, you know, everybody's not up crazy late. And I'm going to be going back to work. So I'll be getting up at 5 in the morning. So I'll be doing really early ones though. Like if you see me up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, come check it out, man. Cause I'm just sitting here drinking coffee and getting ready to go to work, and we can shoot the breeze. Anyway, we've had some we've had some good times lately, man. We had a lot of good input, you know, here on the lives. A lot of people showing up and bringing some, bringing some great camaraderie to the live, which is, I love that, man. I love it when people like try to help each other. It's great. Anyway, all right, I'll take this light off so I don't look ridiculous. Oh, that's the other thing. Merch is coming, man. Merch is coming. It's on the way. We're working it out. So anyway, we're gonna have merch really soon, and we're gonna have I always want to say the wrong thing. We're going to have a Shopify going real soon so people can buy hats and shirts and stuff. Okay, anyway, first question. What year was the first small block Chevy built? What year was the first small block Chevy built? And you guys can guess. You don't have to stop as soon as one person gives the answer. You have another answer. Matter of fact, I better check this one. I think I know what the answer is, but I want to make sure because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I didn't check my little brain before I did this one. You guys can't be cheating like I am either. The Grinch motor 60. Nope. I think the Grinch got it. I'm pretty sure he did, but I want to double check because I wasn't sure. There's 1 year difference. What year was the first small block Chevy built? My buddy Bob. I call him Bob. Ooh, nope. Bob says no. It's close though. Actually, I thought it was 56 Grinch myself, but it wasn't. What year was it? 53, 49? Nope. The Grinch is close. You got it. 1955. Can you believe that? Small block Chevy's been around since 1955. Do you remember what size the motor was? What size was the motor? It wasn't a 350. But the first small block Chevy, you know what size the motor was? Guesses. Nope. I better double check myself because I hate to give bad information. What size was the motor of the first small block Chevy? Not like Bob can't be wrong, right? Nope. Yeah, I knew the right answer. I just didn't want to say it. Anyone guesses? Wilt's really close, man. Wilt's close. There you go, Wilt. 265. Yeah, that's the first small block Chevy, a 265 in 1955. And you know, a lot of the Chevy stuff was engineered after the small block. Even the 4.3 that was in the little 4.3 V6, all that is a small block with 2 cylinders hacked off. So that small block design has been redone over and over and over and over. But what a great motor, right? I mean, I don't think there's a better motor as far as it's a great motor to teach people on. Like if you have a young kid, 16 years old, and you want him to learn about automotive, man, buy him an old Chevy pickup with a small block in it. Best thing you can do. All right, go to the next question. Everybody having a good time? Come on, let's talk about it. You having a good time or not? All right. We'll see how many motorcycle guys are here because you should know this. If you're a motorcycle guy, if you don't know this answer, I don't know. I'd be embarrassed. How many cubic inches is the Evolution motor, and what was the first year that it was produced? First, let's do how many cubic inches? How many cubic inches is the first Harley-Davidson Evolution motor? Will, are you saying year or cubic inches? If you're saying cubic inches, anybody? Wilt's close. How many cubic inches? Wilt says both. No, you're wrong on both. You're dang close though. Well, actually, you're not wrong on one. 82. You guys are close, man. Actually, Wilt got the year right. They actually started producing it in 1983. The first one in production in a bike was 1984. Father time 57. Yep, 80 cubic inches. And you know what? Still the best motor Harley has ever built, in my opinion. I have 2 of them. I'm going to get a third one if I get a chance because, man, I'll tell you what, take it from an old guy that knows when you see these old Evolutions running around that are smoking clean, buy them. They're going to be worth a fortune. Motor in USA, I was the closest. MK11, happy Halloween. All right. I kind of learned something on this one. I thought I knew this and I didn't. I was a little surprised at this one. Who made the first 12-cylinder engine and what year? Motoring. Everybody's going to be a winner tonight because what we're going to do, we're not going to do like we did before where we spin it every time. We're going to give everybody that's at the end of the live a number, and then whoever it falls on is going to win the prize. We'll spin till somebody wins. Rolls Royce. I thought the same thing, but it's not. Packard 1939. Nope. I was shocked by this one. I was really shocked. It's the first 12-cylinder that was put in production in an automobile. I was shocked at the year. So any more guesses? No cheating either, man. Well, actually, I had to cheat to figure out the answer because I thought I knew the answer and I didn't. I was a little shocked. Okay, let's I'll give you a hint. The manufacturer's name starts with an S. Cadillac, Jag, nope. I was shocked by it. I learned something by this. Even the year blew me away. The first 12-cylinder engine. Cadillac, any more guesses? Starts with an S. Starts with an S. Stunts, nope. Was good guess though. I'm going to give you who it was, and then we'll go with the year. It was made by Sunbeam. Can you believe that? I thought it was Mercedes. I thought for sure it was Mercedes. It's Sunbeam. Now guess the year. What year do you think they made the first 12-cylinder engine for a vehicle? Yeah, it's crazy, huh? I was blown away. What year do you think it was built? Let's hear some guesses. 29? Close. Not too far away. Nope. Younger. Younger than 29. Which I was a little shocked by the year. I was blown away, man. Any more guesses? Come on, guys. It's under the 20s. Can you believe that? It's below the 20s. Any more guesses? 28. So it's below 20. Can you believe that? It's below 20. First 12-cylinder engine. 19. Nope. Keep going. You want me to just give it to you? Make you wait. 1913 was the first 12-cylinder engine made by Sunbeam. Isn't that amazing? Here's the other one that kind of blew me away. This other question kind of blew my mind. Do you guys like these kind of questions? Because I thought they were kind of interesting. More than just, I'm no good at this, just like gambling. Everybody's a winner tonight because everybody's going to get the spin for that light. Everybody's going to get a chance to win. If there's 5 people here, 5 people are going to get a chance to win that light. If we got 20, we're going to have 20 people chance to win. So everybody's going to have a chance to win tonight. I'd like to do it the other way. It seemed like it just slowed down the live so much. People were leaving because nobody wants to sit around for 2 hours waiting to see if they win. So that's why I figured this was a better way to go. How long was Sunbeam in business? I don't know. We can find out though. I got my buddy Bob right here. My buddy Bob, he knows everything. How long was Sunbeam in business? We'll find out. That's the nice thing about the internet now. You can learn anything. It's crazy. So it was founded in 1899. And it was in production through the 70s. So they went from 1899 to about 1900. So they were in business for 70 years. I wonder if same Sunbeam who worked with Shelby. I don't know. Find it. You want to know? We'll ask him. Is this the same Shelby that worked with Shelby? We'll see what old Bob says. Yep, it says the Sunbeam is the same one Carroll Shelby worked with on a special project in the 1960s. That was a good question there, the Grinch. Good question, man. So that's pretty cool. That's kind of cool though, huh? Yeah, pretty amazing, huh? Hey, just so you guys know, if you go to the description, I found a really cool book. And I was thinking, because I try to find stuff, that like people are looking for like gearhead presents, because Christmas is coming. But there's a hard copy book in there. Go take a look at it. I thought, man, for $20, what a cool little gift that would be underneath the Christmas tree. Was a legend. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's a legend for sure, huh? Okay, this kind of blew my mind. But I'm not a big, I don't know a lot about this company. I do know a friend of mine has one, and I always thought it was really cool. But what year was the first Packard built? This blew me away. What was the first Packard built? What year? When was the first Packard built? In what year? Hey, we can find out. We'll ask Bob. Nope. Did Sunbeam make an amphibious car? $36. Nope. It says no, it never built an official amphibious car for public use. It was known for luxury touring cars, Grand Prix and record cars like the 100 horsepower Slug, motorcycles and bicycles, later sports cars like the Alpine and the Tiger. Yeah, no problem. My buddy Bob, man, he always knows the answer. Sometimes I wonder if he's right sometimes, though. I wonder. 1933. Any more guesses? Come on, guys. When was the first Packard built? Wilt says 1933. Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the live. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Welcome to the group, man. Good bunch of guys here. We hang out and talk hot rods and stuff all the time. 42. Nope. Don't you like how I like to say nope? Nope. Nope. Good try. Good try, Wilt. Modern USA, 1912. It was that. Are you guys tired of guessing yet? Here, let me give you a hint. It wasn't in the 1900s. Can you believe that? It wasn't in the 1900s. It was before the 1900s. The first Packard. Any guesses? 18 what? I was shocked. Yeah, the Grinch. You got it. You didn't ask Bob, did you? Don't be asking Bob because I'm the only one that's allowed to ask Bob. 1899. 1899 was the first Packard. Well, I got to ask this question. I know the answer to this, I think. I'm not sure if I know the answer. I have to check it. That was interesting. I should know it because I had to make a video about it. I cheated. At least you're honest, man. Most people go, no, I didn't cheat. Nope. Well, I cheated. Isn't that kind of amazing, though? 1899, the first Packard was built. That's crazy. You would think that it would be like I would think like the 20s or 30s, somewhere in there. Wife did. Grinch. The wife cheated? Man, that's bad when your wife's cheating. That could get all bad. I'm just joshing with you. You know that, right? Just messing with you. Just pull on you. All right. So here's an interesting thing that I learned is that I've told this before, but it's kind of neat information, is that electric cars were around before the gas cars. They were, in other words, they were more popular. Electric cars were more popular than the gas-powered cars prior to the invention of the electric starter motor, because women couldn't drive them. Because to start them, you had to crank them with that big crank. So a lot of women would drive electric cars. And so prior to the electric starter motor, there were more electric cars on the road than there was gas. Bob's cousin told me. That dang Billy Bob. Bob and Billy. You just never know with those two. And so I thought that was always interesting. So what happened with the electric, with the gas engines, when the electric starter motor was developed, that's when the gas engines really took off, because they no longer had to get out there and crank it with a crank to get it started. And they were dangerous. Guys would get their arms broke and all kinds of stuff. I still have a buddy that has a crank car. It's a Packard, and he keeps it running. And he worked for me in my shop where I work. He was one of my guys in the shop, and he has an old Packard. Man, it's a big car too, man. It ain't no little car. It looks like the Beverly Hillbillies kind of car. Big, long, huge car, man. But he still starts it with that crank. Pretty cool. Electric cars over in Europe way before gas engines. Yeah, a lot of them. All right. Okay, here's a tool question. When was the crescent wrench first developed? Crescent wrench, when was it developed? Any guesses? I got to ask Bob because I know the answer, but I want to make sure. We had a farm-all tractor with a crank. Really? Was it scary? Because I never started one with the crank like that. I'm going to ask Bob just to make sure. When was the crescent wrench first developed? I think it was in 38. I could be wrong. No, I'm wrong. When was the crescent wrench first developed? Got to make it to Lino's garage Sunday. Yeah, for sure. I'd love to go. I thought it was 38 too, but it's not. You know what I thought was interesting? So the crescent wrench and the vice grip both of them was named last name of Peterson. So the vice grips was developed by a guy by the last name of Peterson, and the crescent wrench was invented by a guy by the name of Carl Peterson. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Any more, prior to 38, any more guesses? What's pretty amazing about the crescent wrench, it was actually a design. You're close, man. You're close, Wilt. It was not only a design, but it was a name of the company. So the crescent wrench was a design, but it was also a name of the company itself. So the crescent wrench was built in 1907. And the guy that built it, if I remember right, it's either he was a farrier. No, I'm wrong. I think it was the vice grip that was developed by a farrier. A guy that used to make he was a blacksmith. And this guy here, he was a son of a blacksmith. So both blacksmiths are responsible for the crescent wrench and the vice grips, which is pretty amazing. And then I read an article about what's the guy's name? Horseshoe maker. Yeah. Yep. And he used to make farrier tools. He used to make these snippers, and that's where it all came from. Who was the guy that did the first transcontinental flight? What was his name? Gosh, I can't remember his name now. Anyway, the guy that did the first transcontinental flight, in his notes, he said that he had one of the things he took on the flight was a crescent wrench. Marine build those bikes in South. The Grinch. What are you talking about? The Marine Turbonetics build those bikes in the South Louisiana? What are you talking about? I don't understand. bike above me. I don't know. Yeah, Lindbergh. There you go. Jay Leno's bike. Okay. Yeah, they used to call them knuckle busters. Monkey wrench, knuckle buster, all kinds of stuff. They're pretty useful though. I mean, there's a lot of things you can use a crescent wrench for. I use a lot of times for bending metal. If you have a really big one, you like if you want to bend a piece of metal and just put it on the metal and heat it with a torch. A crescent wrench is a nice way to do that. Lee Harris, read my comment. Lee Harris, did I miss your comment? I just seen Leno has a jet turbine motorcycle, makes 350 horse, should reach 200. Really? That's crazy, huh? For 280 miles per hour. You know, it makes you wonder how they keep the tires together at that speed. They must have to use some kind of crazy compounds from the centrifugal force that's created at 280 miles an hour. Imagine the force that are on those tires. I'm from there. Only reason I said that. Jay Leno, I've never seen his collection. So where's that located at, the collection itself? Jay Leno's collection. Where is that? Yes, solid rubber tires. Where is Leno's collection at? I'd love to see that. He was trying to get a law passed. It was called the Jay Leno bill, where they were going to move the requirements for smogs back to like 1980 or something, and it got shot down. Man, that would have been nice if they would have done that. Ball buster to ride. Burbank, really? Next time I go down there, I'm going to go check that out. Wait, when you guys tell me stuff, I write it down. I really do. I know where Burbank is. I've been through Burbank many times. I was born and raised in Southern California. I lived in Compton as a kid. My claim to fame. I was raised in the hood. Lost my name. Hang on. Oh, man, I was up on that roof today. I'm getting too old for that crap. I need some youngsters to come over here and do that stuff for me. Okay. This is interesting. I knew this one, but I always thought it was kind of interesting. What were the first batteries made out of? First batteries for like the electric cars that we were talking about in like the 1900 era. What were the batteries made of? I read an article about a delivery company that said that they never had such a great fleet than when they had all their delivery trucks were all electric. Salt. Okay, yeah, that's what's in the fluid. But what was the cases made out of? What was the battery cases made of? Any guesses? Think about it. What do we have available then? Nope. The cases that held the fluid, what were they made of? We use them to cook out of now. Think about that. We cook out of it now. Nope. Don't you like how I say nope? I like saying that. Nope. You're wrong. Nope. Aluminum. No? I don't even know when they developed aluminum, to be honest with you. Let's ask. That's a good question, huh? Let's ask old Bob. When was aluminum first developed? I don't even know when aluminum came into play. Pretty early, I think. You got it, Motorin. Man, they've had aluminum since 1825. That's crazy. Yeah, they're made of cast iron. Could you imagine what those batteries weigh? They were made of cast iron. I bet they were huge too. I bet you they probably weighed 150 pounds a piece at least. Can you imagine what those things weighed? You imagine working in a shop saying, hey, can you change that battery? Hang on a second, let's get a couple guys over here. I've changed out some giant batteries, man. Some big battery. Have you guys ever seen some of the batteries they have in the forklifts? Jesus. Huge batteries, man. Crazy. All right. I don't know the answer to this one because I'll have to ask Bob about this one because I didn't write it down fast enough. Like a marine battery. Yeah, man. Forklift battery, and they're crazy expensive too, man. 900 pounds. Really? Some of the forklifts batteries are that much? One easy. Hey, Easy Money. How you doing, brother? I knew you were already in here. What am I thinking? Kind of late to the show, aren't you? So when was the first front-wheel drive vehicle? When was the first front-wheel drive car? I think I know the answer to this, but I want to make sure I get it right. These are all kind of interesting, like counterweights. Yep. They use them as a counterweight. I know I worked on some forklift stuff. I worked on some, I think it's early, real early. I think you'll be shocked. When was the first front-wheel drive car? A lot of our technology that we have, it's not new. We think it's all new. It's all old technology that they just redid and made it better than what it used to be. So the first front-wheel drive car was built in 1898 by Graf and Stiff in Austria. 1898 was the first front-wheel drive car. Yeah, those forklifts, man. I worked on some forklifts, and we have a big old huge overhead at our shop. It's like a 20-ton overhead on big rails. It slides from one end of the shop to the other. And we've taken the ballast off of those forklifts before. Man, I tell you what, there's a lot of ballast on those forklifts. Yeah, it said, yeah, forklift batteries are crazy expensive. It says here, says they developed it, but the first mass-produced front-wheel drive car came much later in 1929 with the Cord L29 in the United States. So the first in-production car was in 1929 with a front-wheel drive. What did I forget to ask you guys? There was something on here I want to, it was on this other question, I thought. Oh, yeah, I was surprised. You know what the name of the Packard was? Yeah, really? Yeah, we got, I'm trying to think. I think all of our forklifts we have now are electric. We don't have any diesel ones now. They're all electric. And what happens with those is they like give them to different departments and they don't keep the batteries charged up, and then they sit and go dead, and then the battery's dead. And they're freaking, like you said, man, they're expensive, $5,000 or more. It's crazy. We're always after them, you know. They'll let them sit all year, and the first time they go to use them, they're dead. We go up there to look at them. They haven't charged them all year. Brand forklifts in the grocery stores, they could lift 3,000 pounds. Yeah, you know what? That's something you got to really be careful about. Forklifts is probably one of the most dangerous things you can ever operate or be around, because they're so, you don't realize how heavy they are. And if you get one, you get a load up in the air and off center, and that lift goes over, man. A lot of guys are killed with forklifts. It happens all the time. And I tell people with equipment, you know, the best thing to do with equipment is, if you go over, is try to stay in the cab. Try to stay inside. So many guys get killed, like it starts to go over and they jump, and then they get crushed. The best thing to do if you're in a big piece of heavy equipment and you realize it's going to go over or down a hill or whatever, man, just tighten up your stuff and try to stay in the cab best you can. 6 months we had training. Yeah, it's forklifts are super dangerous. I'm not kidding you. I mean, just like even loading them, you don't realize how heavy they are. Like if you're going to load one onto a trailer or something, man, you got to pay attention. I've seen guys flop them over on their sides and just all kinds of stuff. They're super dangerous. The people just take them for granted a lot. It's just a forklift. I know how to drive a forklift. Yeah, but man, you can kill somebody in a heartbeat with a forklift, for sure. Okay, what was the last one I had? Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. That the Packard. I thought this was interesting information. The Packard was called the Model A. So Ford stole that from Packard. That 12-cylinder, the first year Model A was called, or Packard was called the Model A. Powered pallet jacks too, yeah. I'll tell you a story. If you guys don't mind me telling you a story, you know I like to tell stories. I was working in the shop one time, and I wasn't really up on hydraulics. You know, I wasn't a hydraulic guy. I was more of a automotive, electrical troubleshooter, you know, tune-up type guy. And anyway, these guys were working on this backhoe, and they needed somebody to operate the hydraulics. And so they had a gauge set up front, and the guy told me. So I was in the driver's seat and they were doing the testing out there. And the guy told me, he said, hit the swing, or he said, go ahead and power it, you know? And I thought they were hooked up to the swing cylinder and they were checking pressure. I thought that's what they were hooked up to, but he wasn't very clear on what they were doing. I just seen what they were doing and I just took it for granted. They had the swing cylinder disconnected and they were checking the pressure on the ram. Well, what they were doing, they were checking the pressure on the thumb. They have this auxiliary thumb that goes, it's like a big hammer, but no one told me. So I'm the guy sitting up in the driver's seat. He says, hold it up to about $3,000 and go ahead and hit it. So I pulled it up to $3,000, man. I hit the swing and those guys were in the front of that backhoe, and man, that arm went wham. I mean, like it missed the one guy by like 4 inches, man. The bucket just missed his face. It would have killed him. If heavy equipment is no joke, when you're messing with buckets and you're messing with, you know, stingers and stuff like that, they got a thing called the kill zone. And you don't want to be in that kill zone. You don't want to be anywhere that arm can get you, because if I would have hit that guy, it would have knocked him clear across the shop. It would have killed him. I freaking freaked out, man. I come out there yelling at them, both of them, screaming at them, going, "You guys, man, you got to be more clear when you put somebody in a seat what that you want them to do." And the button that they were talking about was about this big, and you couldn't even hardly see it. And then you got these big old pedals that are like, you know, 2.5 feet long. So anyway, there's a story. Could have killed my friend. It was, yeah, I was a nervous wreck after that. Anyway. Okay, I think that's all I got for questions tonight. We're about 50 minutes in. We're going to take roll call. Because last time I did this, I just want to make sure we get everybody on board, man. I'm going to grab everybody I know. Hey, everybody that's here and it's going to be part of the drawing. Just put down I'm in the post so I can write your names down. Grinch. Everybody that wants to be in Wilt, everybody that wants to be in the drawing, make sure you put your name down. Motorin. Lee. Put your name down if you want to be in the drawing for the free tool. Father Time. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 5. If you're here and just kicking back and just not participating, put your name in the drawing. You're going to be able to have a chance to win this pretty nice headlamp. Free of charge, don't cost you nothing. Garden Party. Free, it's not going to cost you anything. Shipped to you within the United States. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. So we got 3 lurkers, and it's fine to be a lurker, but you might as well jump into the to the drawing. You could win this right here. Won't cost you a dime. Did I miss anybody? Grinch, Wilt, Motorin, Lee, Father Time, and Garden Party. Is that what we have? Here's the drawing. Going once. I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to get your name in here. Jump in, lurkers. Let's do it. Going once. Going twice. 19 watching. See, that's weird because I only showed 10 on mine. I don't believe the numbers thing, man. I never have. I think it's like really behind. All right. So far, so we took roll. So if you didn't get in on the roll, you missed out on the I showed 10. I got 10 now. So I got 6. So here we go. Going once. Going twice, going 3 times. You got 5 seconds to get your name on the board if you want to be part of the drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, man, we got 6 participants tonight. I appreciate you guys coming to these. I really do. You know, and if you're here, nobody can get in after this point right here. You guys are locked in. 6 people are going to spin for this thing. For you that are just dropping in, we give a free tool away every Friday night. All you got to do is hang out for the lives, and at the end of the live, we take roll. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that. I really appreciate you guys. 100%, man. You know, I grind hard at this, and you guys showing up for the lives means the world to me. It really does. So every Friday night, if you're just hanging out, after the trivia, we give away a free tool. We ship it to you. It don't cost you nothing. Hey, how'd you guys like doing the questions that we did tonight? The more like history type questions instead of automotive related, like automotive mechanical. Did you like that better than the mechanical? Give me some input on that. If you liked doing these as opposed to like, how many ohms is in a, it was fun. You liked it better? I kind of liked it because I learned some things tonight about the automotive history that I didn't know. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. We'll do some more of that. I think unless people start complaining that they're not learning anything, because, we're supposed to be teaching people, but it's pretty cool to get some and we'll do some hot rod trivia, speed records and that stuff. It's great. Bad, I only caught the end. Buds builds. Yeah. Hey, come back next Friday because we're gonna we'll do the same thing every matter of fact. I got one more of these to give away. So next Friday night, we're gonna give away another one of these, and they're pretty nice, really. They're it's not the exact one, but there's one on Amazon. It's like this, but what it has a little bit better. It has a secondary battery pack on the back, and they're like $52. But I got a good deal on them. They're made by Coast, but I've used one of these already. I need it. Always learning. Okay, thanks, Motor. I really appreciate that. And if you guys would, before you leave tonight, would you go look at the links that I dropped? I dropped some. Matter of fact, if you don't mind, can I show you a couple tools real quick? I know most of you have probably seen some of them. Are you guys cool with that? Or do you want me to just do this and be done with it? No. Buddy, you put $1,000 bill down and then we'll talk about it. This beard is majestic. I'm not shaving my beard off. It ain't happening. I've had this beard since I was 19. Anyway, let me show you. If you guys don't mind, can I just show you a couple tools real quick before we spin? Because I know as soon as I spin, you guys are going to burn rubber on me. Well, you just lost. Let me show you. This one I didn't put a link for, but I want to show it to you because it's such a great freaking tool. These NOCO 1 amp chargers, they're great, man. They're only a 1 amp charger, but they're like $30. They're $29. All right. So I'll do them real quick. I'll walk through this real fast. The cool thing about these, they're a charger 1 amp. So if you have something that's dead, it'll charge it up. Just takes a while because it's a 1 amp. But what it has on it, it will do lithium, it'll do lead acid, it'll do AGM, and it self-identifies. And what these are nice for is like, these are great for like maintainers. You plug them in, you hook them up to the battery and you walk away, you leave it up, hooked up all winter long. Because what it does is once it gets to charge, to the charge level it's supposed to be, and what it does, it goes from orange to, it goes yellow, orange, and then it goes to green on these little LEDs right here. And when it goes to green, it's fully charged. And when it goes to fully green, then it goes into a maintenance mode. So it just holds the charge. Every time the voltage drops too low, it'll start charging it again to the a level. And what that does is batteries go bad because they sulfate. And sulfation starts when you let batteries go dead. And it starts to happen really fast. So when you have a, say you got a motorcycle like I do that you don't ride it all winter long. And if you don't charge that battery through the winter, by spring, more than likely, you're going to have to buy a new battery. Yeah, it's sirens by my house. I live not too far from the police department. And so what this does is it keeps that from happening. So when you have, let's say, because it can get expensive. You got a motorhome and you got a dirt bike and you got like a side-by-side and you let them sit all winter long and spring comes around, you could be buying 2 or 3 batteries. And these things they're $29. And check it out. They got premium freaking clamps on them. They're 100% copper, really good premium. And even the hardware where the lead goes on, they're copper hardware. And then they're fused. And check this out. That's what I thought was cool. They got a standard ATO fuse in them. So if you pop the fuse, you just take a standard automotive ATO fuse, go right in there, and you're good to go. So they're a great. And then also, I'm just going to show you this because the other charger's set up the same way. They have this real nice disconnect on them, so you can take the leads off from the charger. And what's cool about that, and it's sealed, real nice rubber seal where it goes together. Really well designed, just superly well designed, really nice. And this also, it has a, yep. And if you keep it charged, man, it won't. And I'll tell you something about that tin, that Genius tin. If I was going to buy a charger, I'd buy one like in a heartbeat. It has a good feature on it I'm going to tell you about. But what this also has an override. A lot of these automatic chargers, if the battery's completely dead, it will not charge it unless it sees 1 volt. So what you can do, you press and hold this button if you got a completely dead one. And then what it does, it'll give it like 10 minutes of charge. So if the battery voltage comes up, then it'll charge it. A lot of the automatic chargers, if the battery's below a volt, it won't even charge the battery. It'll just go, nope, ain't gonna charge it. So that's the NOCO Genius 1. I don't have this one listed. But if you go into the description and just click on any of those and then go look for this one and buy it, we'll get credit for it. And just so you know, we make 5% on all of our tools. You know, that's what we make. And it just helps. It helps us give away stuff like this. And, you know, it helps us be able to upgrade stuff when we can, buy different cameras and lighting and that kind of stuff. Anyway, okay. I'm going to just walk through this one really fast. These are under $100. They're like 98 bucks or $99. But man, I'm going to tell you something about this charger. This is my personal one. It has the same setup on the leads, bigger leads, same fuse setup, really, really long leads on this one, which is nice. And then really nice form factor, sealed up real nice, fits in your toolbox drawer. This will fit right in your drawer. It's only 2 inches. It's like, I think it's only like 2 1/4 inches thick. So it fits right in the toolbox. There's no description on the screen. If you go to the 3 little dots on your phone and then go to description, actually I can drop that one for you if you're interested in it. I'll drop a link right here for you. Okay, give me a second and I'll do that for you. But the cool thing about this one is if I was going to buy one, this would be the one. So what this has that the other ones don't, it has a repair mode on it. So if you have a battery that has set dead, you know how usually you try to charge a battery, it's set all winter and it's been dead and it won't take a charge? You can put this one in a repair mode. You press and hold this button and then you bring it down here and there's a repair. It says repair. When you do that repair mode, this thing blasts it with voltage and it'll knock the sulfation off the plates and then it'll take the charge. So you can recover bad batteries with this. I've already saved over $300 with this. It cost me $85 when I bought it. They've come up a little bit since I bought mine. But it cost me $85 for the charger, but I've already saved 2 batteries on my motorhome with this thing. And my motorhome batteries are $150 a piece. So this $80 charger already saved me $300. It works. I've done it. I brought back probably like 10 or 15 batteries now with this thing. Just hook it up and it'll go, you put it on maintenance or repair mode. You just leave it overnight. And then once it does repair mode, it'll start charging it and you can bring back bad batteries with these things. Batteries that you would normally just say, oh, it's bad and go get a new one. So you can save yourself some money with this thing. It's a great, I'm not kidding you. If you buy one of these, you're going to send me an email and say, hey, dude, that's the best freaking charger I've ever owned. I swear. And it has another feature on it that I use. You can put it in 12-volt supply. So say you want to check a headlight or something. You just put it on 12-volt supply and it gives you 12 volts at the end of the leads, constant. So you can check a fan motor with it or a headlight or a solenoid. You can use it to diagnose stuff. So that's a nice feature, man. Really nice. So for under $100, this is a bargain. It really is. And I'll put a link up there if you give me a second. Guys, give me just a second. Yeah, the jumper boxes are a good deal too. Right now, the CB 40s are under $100, I think. They're like 120, maybe 110. And we use those CB 40. The one Wilt's talking about the jump box. This 10 is a charger, but the jump boxes we use all the time at work. Yeah, they puff up. Yep. We use these at work. We have 2 or 3 of these at where I work, and they work great, man. And then we use the CB40 jumpers, and we jump diesels with those things all the time. And they just got a USB to C charger on them, and they're portable. You throw them in the front seat of the truck when you got to go do a service call, and you can jump start. They're great to have, especially if you have a wife or a young daughter or something that's traveling, to have that in the back of the car ready to go. And they stay charged up for a long time. Once you charge them, man, they hold a really good charge. Give me a second, just in case one of you guys, because it sounded like I'll put that on the screen, Wilt. Just give me just a minute, and then I'll talk about another tool, and then we'll do the drawing. All right. I'm still here. I'm just looking this up. Yeah, they're 99 bucks right now, but I'll drop the link for you in case you decide you want to do that. And I appreciate you guys hanging out and letting me like try to sell you stuff, because it's part of the gig, you know. We got to do this to we have to do this stuff to try to make use of the time. There you go. Will, that's the NOCO 10 right there. And I'll pull up the jump box. Actually, I need to buy me one of these jumper boxes, man. I think I got the name wrong. The jumper boxes are nice. They're just nice. I just like to have one to travel in. So check it out, man. Right now, the CB40 is under $100. I mean, you can't go wrong, man. Okay, it won't give me the link. Just thinking about it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'll drop this, and I can actually share my screen with this guy if you guys want to see it. Yeah, I've seen that, Will. I've seen people do that. So that last post right there is that CB40. They're $100. So the price of the jumper pack and the charger are the same. So that's a pretty good deal. And then if you guys want to see the jumper back, I can show you what it looks like. They're just a good deal. You can't go wrong. Actually, NOCO is like the industry leader when it comes to battery chargers, jumpers. You go into any of the shops that are good quality shops, these guys, that's all they're using. They don't use anything else. They're portable. They last a long time. They're really well sealed. I've dropped mine at work a couple times. It just bounces. It's got a real nice hard plastic case on it, and they're easy to use. I mean, you could teach some, like this little 1 amp. You could give this to your 10-year-old kid and say, "Hey, go hook that up to the motorcycle," because it has a thing on it. You can't hook it up backwards. If you hook it up backwards, it gives you a little icon that says, "Hey, dummy, you're hooked up backwards." It won't charge it backwards. So you just tell your 10-year-old kid, "Hey, go hook that to the motorcycle. Plug it in, red to positive, black to negative, walk away, you're done." So they're a good product. I had an automatic charger that I hated, and that's why I bought one of those. I hated the thing. I couldn't get anything to charge with it. It was an automatic charger that wouldn't charge nothing. Because as soon as the voltage dropped down to below like 4 volts, it would just go, "Nope, I'm not going to charge battery." It used to irritate the crap out of me, man. Matter of fact, I made a video of me smashing that thing with a sledgehammer. I enjoyed it. I look like the crazy man, it's a pretty bad. I got a little carried away, but it was fun. Okay, last freaking tool. I'll spend 10 minutes on, or 5. I'll try to narrow it down to 5. If you guys are doing any kind of troubleshooting, I want to share the screen with you for this one, if you don't mind. And then we'll be done. Oh man, I did the same thing. I spent 75 bucks on this charger I bought, and I bought it at Tractor Supply. It was supposed to be a good one. It was automatic and all this. I never knew if the thing was charging or what it was doing. You'd hook it up, it had a green light on it, then you'd hear the fan going, and then I'd hook a meter up to it and nothing was happening. You never knew what it was doing. I hated it. Like I said, I killed it. I made a video about it and I put it in a vise and I beat it with a sledgehammer until there was nothing left of it. It was very satisfying. I loved the whole way, but I had bought one of these new ones. And the first time I used that NOCO, I was like, man. And a lot of times when you recommend a tool to people, you wonder, are they going to like it as much as you do? But I'm telling you right now, if you buy one of these, you'll thank me. You'll be telling me, I am so glad I bought that charger. That thing works so great. I mean, they're that good of a charger. Let me share my screen with you for just a minute, and then we'll do the drawing because I don't want to hold you guys up too long. Where did I do that at? Right here, I think. Oh, right there. I'm going to just share my screen so you guys can see this next tool. If you guys have ever, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these. This is let me blow it up some, man. So you can see it good. I want you to be able to really see it. It's hard to do. So let me do this. That might be better. That might be a little better. Let's see what that looks like. This is a tool called Power Probe. And if you're doing any kind of troubleshooting, okay, so like a good test light will run you like $50. A good test light that does power and ground has the red and green light on it and shows voltage. I mean, you can get some cheap ones from like, TikTok or whatever for $5, but a good quality tool, test light like a OTC or a Snap-on will run you about $50 or more. These things are under $100. I can't remember what the price is on these. They're $106. So this tester is only double the price of a test light, and it is nice, man. It's got a rocker switch on it, and what it does is so you can hook it up like a test light, and it has a light. This is one of the nicest things about it. It has a really nice bright light built into the end of the tester. So when you get underneath the hood with it, it's like a nice LED where you can see what you're doing. And then if you want to apply power, you push that rocker switch one way and it applies power. And then if you want to apply a ground, you pull the rocker switch down the other way and it applies a ground. And let's say you got a circuit that's shorted to ground. It has a built-in resettable relay in there, so you can power up that line and it'll pop. You'll hear it making a noise, and the relay is it's telling you, hey, you got to short the ground. And the cool thing about them, they got a really nice long set of leads. They're about 20 feet long. So to use it, you just hook it up, power and ground to the battery. And then you can take that thing all the way to the back of the vehicle. Like say you're working on a trailer connection or a bad brake light or tail light. You can take it all the way back there with you, and you got a power and a ground right in your hand. Easy to work. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite tools that I have in my toolbox. I have one in my toolbox, and I keep one in the tool room where I work. So, and usually like this kit, they have a major kit you can get that's like $300, but you can get this thing for $106. And honestly, you don't use a lot of that other stuff. There's other stuff in there like you can trace a wire down with and stuff, but this Power Probe, in my opinion, is probably one of the best deals going as far as that goes. But anyway, there's a spill on the tools. We're going to go ahead and spin for the thing tonight. So let me get set up. Just take me a second so you guys can see. Let me get this out of the way. Let's see. I'm going to do it right here. I was kind of stressing tonight, man. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and then I couldn't find part of my thing here. Don't laugh at my freaking, well, actually go ahead and laugh. I would. Don't laugh at my spinning wheel because it kind of blows. I got to get busy and make me a new spinning wheel. And I couldn't find my my thing that I use so I had to grab a straw. So we're going to give away some numbers here. So everybody has a number. And what we're going to do, because there's like, there's 16 numbers on the wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give everybody a number, and then we'll just spin until somebody wins. Does that make sense? Hang on, I gotta grab another pen. I don't want to get my other. Okay, here we go. Write your numbers down. Grinch, you're going to be 7. Wilt, 14. Motorin, number 9. Lee, number 2. Who said Tibbs on 7? I already gave it away. Tough list. It's too late. Maybe next time. Father Time. What did I give him? Give him a 2. Let's go with 13. Father Time, 13. Garden Party. We're going to give you 3. Everybody got their numbers? Yep, 14. Grinch, 7. Wilt, 14. Motorin's 9. Lee's 2. Father Time is 13. And Garden Party is 3. Here we go, man. Good luck to all of you. Somebody's going to win a really cool light tonight. All right, I'm going to get the camera set up so you guys can see it better. Give me just a second so you guys can see what's going on here. Let's see. Can you guys see the numbers okay? Where the stinger is? Yeah, I can see it pretty good, huh? Let's go. It's tool time, baby. Here we go for the win. The lucky number is nobody won. 15. Spinning again. 15. We're going to spin again. You ready? Here we go. I always worry that it's going to land on the same number like 4 times in a row. It's time for a new wheel, guys. I'm updating the wheel. I promise by next Friday we'll have a new wheel. Number 8. That was close, Motorin. Hey, everybody put in a text right now what kind of tool would be a good tool for the next upcoming ones. So our next, not this coming one, but the next one. What's a good tool that we can give away that's not $100? Okay, here we go. For the win. And the lucky winner is zip ties. That's a good idea. Big old bag of zip ties, huh? Let's see where we go. What are we getting? The lucky number is 12 and 11. We're spinning again. Here we go. And maybe say some lucky words that you know. Maybe you'll win. I think this thing is rigged. Lucky number is Oh, no way. We might be here a while. Here, let me pour some more tension on this thing. Maybe it'll change it up a little bit. That's twice in a row. Okay, we're due for a new wheel, guys. I know. Don't give me grief, man. I know. I've been a little busy. Come on. Lucky number is 8. We're spinning again. Okay. Yeah, you guys put in some like juju words or something. Like say Ford rules or Chevy sucks or whatever. Probably should have issued everybody 2 numbers. We need to be filling this thing up so we got 15 people in here. So everybody has a chance to win. Lucky number 13. Father Time, brother. You're the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I think it was your first time here too, wasn't it, brother? Okay, Father Time, I'm going to put an email here. You cheated. Who cheated? Who cheated? There's no cheating here. Does that make sense to you, Father Time? You can't put a regular email up. It won't let you post it. But you get the idea, right? The A is at. Father Time, the A is at. And when you look at that, make sure you read the F-I-D-T-Y. It's not 50, it's F-I-D-T-Y. Understand? Send me an email with your address so I can get it to you in the mail. All right, sounds good to me, man. One more time, here we go. For all the marbles. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should do that. We'll do like second chance, like a free coffee or something at Starbucks. Ooh, it would have been 2. Lee, you could have won, but you didn't. So, Father Time, send me an email to that email address, and I'll get it to you in the mail. And then any of you guys that were here tonight, would have been me. Yeah, it would have been, brother. Maybe next week. Everybody has a chance to win, so we try to be fair on all this stuff. If you guys would, before you go home tonight or, kick it for the night, would you go and look at the in the descriptions or click on one of our links and take a look at some of our products? That's how we're able to do this. So we appreciate everybody that does that. And even if you don't plan on buying, just take a look at some of the products. We'll keep bringing tools. I'm going to start putting together a video for tools that I think are a good deal. Let me get this thing pointing back at me so you can see my ugly mug. I know how you love looking at my face. I'm going to put a video together that shows, like tools that I think are a good deal and I've used myself. These are, let me move this camera back over here. A lot of this stuff I bring to you guys, they're not tools that I just randomly looked at. You know, these are tools that I've used. I've been doing this for a long time. And so when I recommend a tool, obviously I make 5% commission when you guys buy something. But I'm bringing you stuff that I believe in, you know. I believe that, you know, they're good tools. I wouldn't bring them to you if I didn't think they were. And like I said about these lights, don't miss out on these lights. These lights are going to be double in price in a year. So this company's new on the market, and what they do when new companies come onto the scene, they'll drop the prices of their products really low, so people will try the product. And then once they get a foothold in the market, you'll see these things double in price. Because right now they're $12. It's probably costing them close to that to make these. I don't know what they cost to make, but you know, they're $12 a unit right now. Next year, you mark my word, next year, this time, these lights will be twice that price. Right now, you can buy a set of 8 for like $97. And a set of 8 is, they're 7 inches long. So that's a 56-inch light bar, because you can stack them end to end like this. And that's what most people do with them. They make bars for like a 4-wheel drive truck that you're driving out, you know, at night, like a light bar for, you know, driving at night, 4-wheeling. But for like $100, man, you can have like a 48-inch bar with these things. And they're blasting bright. I'm not exaggerating. I really doubt I'll have a single person complain about these lights, because even the end caps are aluminum. All the hardware is stainless steel. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this about these lights. LED lighting, the problem with LED lighting is very directional. So, yeah, it'd be great on a side-by-side for sure, man. I mean, you can put a nice light bar on a side-by-side with one of these with just 4. So you can get 4 of these for like $46. And the company's called Yigo. But anyway, what's cool about them is they got a center light like this for the straight, like the spotlight. And then on the side, so they have 3 rows of LEDs. So the side lights are kind of set up like this. So you get side lighting and then you get spot lighting at the same time. And I've done a lot of lighting, like emergency lighting. And that's the problem with LEDs is they're very directional. You don't get any dispersed light with them. But the way these are designed, you get some nice dispersed lighting with them. So I'd highly recommend these, man. They look waterproof. They say they're waterproof. I thought about lighting one up and putting it in a bucket, like in a fish tank, and lighting it up and just leave it in there just to see how long it would last. So they're a good deal. I'm not kidding you. If anyone buys these, they're gonna say, hey, those lights are premium. Because like I said, I've told guys before, I used to buy $80,000 worth of lights every year because I build police cars for a living. That's what I do. So anyway, there's my spill. If you guys want to buy some lights, jump on it, because they're not going to stay that price. They'll be double that. And like I said, I'm going to put a video together or a couple videos together pretty soon about tools. I even put a 24-inch on my 312. Yeah, 20. I think they're just great lights. I'm going to try to buy me another set because I think they're going to go way up on price. I thought about doing is putting 2 on the front bumper of my motorhome, because motorhomes got terrible lights. They're always yellow. They're not good lights. And I thought about getting a set of those. And then when I'm running around, like, you know, as long as you're not in real heavy traffic, you could turn these on. Like if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you could blast these, like stack 2 on top of each other, 1 on each side. It would light up the world, man. But anyway, they're a good deal. And you know what? Hey, I just want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate you guys coming to these lives. You know, it's really helping our channel by everybody coming here and doing a deed. And if you guys see me on early in the morning, like 3:30, 4:30, 5, come check it out. Because usually in the early mornings like that, it's just kind of shooting the bull, And we got a lot of people that's been coming to the lives. And so we're going to have our actual schedule now. So our schedule is going to be Tuesday night, tinkering night, so everybody can talk about their projects that they have. And then we can send me pictures of your projects. I'll put them on here and share the screen so everybody can see what you're doing. And I'm going to do the same on my projects. I'll take pictures and share the screen. And then on Friday nights, we'll keep doing the trivia like we are. And then in the mornings, okay, Motorin, hey, thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time, huh? Maybe you'll win next time. Keep trying. But if you see me early in the mornings, just come hang out, because I just sit around. We just talk about cars and music and the good old days and, just a little bit of everything. And, I always try to, I know this is an automotive channel, but I just like everyone to know that, everybody needs a friend, Okay, Lee, take care, brother. Everybody needs a friend. And, I try to convey that, in the lives that, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, and that's okay too. So it don't have to always be about, our 350 Chevy. If you having a bad day or something, just come in and say, hey man, my day sucked, It's like kind of hanging out with the bros, shooting the bull, you know what I mean? Anyway, so we did an hour and a half live tonight. Does anyone have any questions at all? Do you have any comments? Do you have anything you want to add that you think we could do better with the lives? Or we're up for suggestions. We're just trying to create a community here. I know I was an hour late tonight. I apologize for that. But usually what I'll do is I'll put out a post on the community tab, and you'll get a post ahead of time saying the live will be tonight at a certain time. And then we'll, I can do teaching too. I'll do some teaching, because I promised some people some teaching. So probably on Tuesday nights, half the night's probably going to be about our projects. And then half the night I'll do like how to use a meter, how to test, how to test a relay, how to use a test light, just basic troubleshooting. So we're gonna start doing some of that, and give me some feedback. Don't be afraid to say, no, I don't want. I think that's a waste of time or whatever. Here, let me put it. Did you hear what I said about the 50? It's not 50. It's FIDTY. Here, let me do it again. Take a look at that. Take a look at the letters, because at the end there it's FIDTY at gmail.com. Try it again. I'll hang tight. I want to make sure you get through. It shouldn't be a problem. I just checked it this morning. Everything was cool. Really? Let me check it real quick. If you don't mind, let me go see if it went through. What did it say to you when you tried to do that? It's F, and you did FIDTY? It loaded kind of small, slow. I wonder if they're having issues. Let me refresh it, see if anything comes up. I didn't leave. I'm just checking this out. Yeah, it shouldn't matter on the cases, but I wonder if it'll let me post the link. I just checked the email and it let me through, so I don't know what's going on on your end. Let me see if it'll let me post that. Yeah, let me post it. Try to copy and paste that. The email's working because I just checked it. So I don't know if something on your end, maybe you can try a different email account. I'm not sure what's going on. Make sure you put the dot too. Sometimes I forget the dot. Just copy and paste from there if you can. I don't know if you can. That should be the correct one right there. If it's not going through, I could give you a different one, but I don't think it's the problem. I think it's on your end because I just checked the email and it's working. Let me, I have another burner account. Give me a second. We can try a different account. If this other account doesn't work, it's something with your email. We'll see. Let's do this. Father Time, did you try to copy and paste the one I just posted? Because that should be the correct. That's the correct. That's the correct email address. And I just checked that email and it's working. Let me see. Let me refresh it again just to make sure. Huh. Let me close the tab just in case it don't like that it's open. Just to make sure. Hey, Father Time, are you having any success? Are you still here? Let me know if it's working or not. Not sure what's wrong. You know what? Let me give you another burner. I have another burner account I can give you. You can try that one. If it doesn't work, there's something going on with your email. But we'll check it out because I know that email works because I just used it today. And I just, give me a second. I'll give you a different one. Just to see. Let's see. I'm going to go here. Give me just a second. I want to get the right one. Yeah, I'm going to give you another one. You can try this one. If this one doesn't go through, we'll have to figure out something. Alpine Rocks. Hey, try that one, Father Time. Let me know if it goes through. If not, we're gonna have to. I don't know what we're gonna do here, because I'd rather not put. See if you can get an email through on that account. If not, there's something going on your end, and we'll figure it out. If not, if we can't get this figured out tonight, next time I'm on the live, just jump on there, and we'll try to figure it out, because I need your address. Hey, you could, do you have Instagram? If you have Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. It's Go Big Garage 66. All right. Did you try the email I just gave you? Oh, you're on your phone. Or you said, what do you mean on your phone? You have Instagram on your phone? Yeah, try that one. The other one should be working though. There might be something wrong on your end, because the other one I know works. All right, I haven't, but Google seemed like it was having a hard time loading. They might be having a problem, Google itself, because it seemed like it was kind of slow. So let me know. I'm going to hang tight here with you until we know if we got this handled or not. For you that are just hanging out, come check us out next Friday. Tuesday, we do Tuesday and Fridays. I'm going back to work on Monday. So we'll be live Tuesday night around 5. And then we'll be between 5 and 6. I haven't decided yet. Probably 6. So that'll probably be the new time. 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and 6 p.m. on Fridays. So Tuesdays we'll do like just, projects and tinkering about what we're doing, our projects, talk about whatever, hot rods, motorcycles, horsepower, whatever you guys want to talk about. And then we'll probably do a little teaching later in the evening on Tuesdays. And then on Fridays, we'll continue to do what we're doing now. We'll do the trivia and the tool giveaway. So Tuesday nights, Friday nights will be live. And then I'll sporadically be on very early in the mornings during the work week, like 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. I got to be to work at 6:30, so I'll probably be up around 3:30, 4, and I'll just jump on here and do a live here and there. Yeah, that's what I thought, man. Thanks, Easy Money. Father Time, I think you got an issue. You either not getting the email address correct or you got a problem with your email. Because try that other one that I sent you. But we got to get an email for it from you to get the address. We can't put the address up here. So I got to get an email from you. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I mean, he's having trouble with the email address or something. Make sure you're spelling it Fidty, not FIT. It's Fidty. I spelt it wrong. I gave it to you. Okay, let's see if it came through. We'll just check it. So it came through then, and it sounds like it worked then. Let me just check it while we're here. Just to make sure. I'm still here. I want to check it to make sure I got it. Let's see which one he used. Let me go check the other one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is because I got nothing coming through. Easy Money. That sounds like a good time. I never thought about that. It's hard to come up. It's hard to find car clubs anymore. That's what a lot of people miss. The number before at. No, I'm out. Give it away to the next guy. All right, Father Time. Sorry you had such a hard time. I tried everything I could to get your address. Let's let's check back next week. Come back next week and let's see if we can figure this out. Because I'd rather not just give it away to somebody else. You won fair and square. I want you to have it. You know. But we have to get an email from you to get your address. So maybe let's try again next week. We'll do that first thing. Come next week, next Friday, come hang out and we'll make sure we'll figure out how to get your, we'll try the email again. But like I said, I know my email's working. Try it again later just to see if there's something on your end that's just bogging it down or something. Hey, send the videos, Easy Money. That'd be cool. Yeah, send some video. That'd be awesome, man. We'll show it next week. Matter of fact, if you can get me the video, we'll put it on there as an intro. That'd be kind of cool. We'll intro your video as at the beginning of the day of the live. That'd be kind of cool. Alpine Rock 777. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to give. Oh, hang on, dude. Let me see if I can get. I see what you're doing. So that's your email address, correct? alpinerock777@gmail. I'll send you something. You can send something back. Is that what you're telling me? That's your email address. Let me see if I can get one through to you. Easy Money, thanks for helping out tonight, man. I appreciate it. I got to go to my right account first. Get this fair. That's that account. I got the other one. I'm still here, guys. I'm just writing an email. Let me see if this goes through. All right. I don't get wrestling, boxing. 20. Oh, for the time. Okay, I sent you an email. Hopefully that went through. If it did, just reply to it. On my end, it's sent, so hopefully we figured it out. Hey, Tony. Yeah, no problem. I want to make sure that you got it. We don't want anybody to, want to make sure we follow through with what we say we're going to do. Okay, good deal. Just send me your address and we'll get it to you ASAP. For sure. Thanks for showing up tonight. If you haven't subscribed, give us your subscription. We drop videos. I do teaching. And then, like I said, Tuesday nights and Friday nights are going to be the live nights from now on. So we're going to do Tuesday night at 6 p.m., Friday nights at 6 p.m., and then I'll do a live once in a while, real early in the mornings, and see how that goes. Usually my lives are like super early in the morning. Sometimes I'll just jump on here like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because I have chronic back pain. So sometimes I just can't sleep. So I'll just get up and come hang out with the bros. I'm surprised we didn't see Maggot tonight. Yeah, okay, good deal, man. Appreciate it. Yep, hit the like button. Thanks, Garden Party. Appreciate you reminding people to do that. Anyway, if you guys would, go check out our products that we had listed. And if you do nothing else, man, take a look at these lights. These lights are, like I said, I'm going to buy me another set. I like them so much. I think what's going to happen with these products, I end up getting them. I like them so much. I want them. I want to keep them, and I want to buy me another set. And it's costing me money. I'm supposed to be making money. It's costing me money. Maybe I'll do a little video on the on setting the lights up on the mini bike. That might be kind of cool. I got to get going on that. I got so many things I need to get done. I was gonna go get a gas tank for the Elgin project today, and the guy was too far away. I thought he was close, and then he said he's like, and it was $20 for like an old vintage 6-gallon fuel tank for the boat. And I was pretty stoked about going and getting it. And then he told me he lives it's like almost an hour drive from my house. I'm like, that's a long way to go to just get a $20 fuel tank. So anyway, I got to figure out that. I don't have a fuel tank on that 40 horse. So I need and it was a perfect tank because it was a 1969 OMC 6-gallon, and it was kind of old looking, so it would fit the boat perfect. So I don't know. We'll figure that part out. Okay, man, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks everybody that showed up tonight. Appreciate you participating, and we'll keep doing these like little historical hot rod stuff. It's kind of fun until somebody says otherwise. And give me your input, on the lives. If you guys think, if you have ideas or you think there's something else we can be doing to make it more attractive, to keep people in the room, let me know. I'm all ears, man. I'm actually all ears. I hear that a lot. Hit the like button, subbed and bent. All right, man. I'm going to call it a night. You guys take care. I'll see you on Tuesday. Be there or be square, baby. Go big or go home. Hey, don't forget, we're going to have merch soon. Actually, we're getting some really good quality hats. So it should be pretty good. All right, later.